everyone, welcome back to my channel. So bienvenidos a mi canal. So today we are actually using the Friendcation palette from Desi X Colors. I did get their highlighter, and then I also got the 3 lip stuff that they had, well, 3 lip products that they had in the collection. So I didn't get everything, but I did get the 2 lip glosses, and then I got one of the liquid lipsticks, so which is what I'm wearing at the moment right now. So you guys will see pretty much everything on the video. So I did put a base color on my lips just because I wanted to see what they both look like under a certain color, because it's rare when people just wear them on their own. So I also swatched them on the back of my hand so you guys can see exactly the color. But I actually really liked the lip stuff. I like the highlighter. I didn't get both of them just because the other one seemed a little bit more dark. So I did get the light one, which is Fuego. So this is the highlighter that came in the collection. They did have the other one, but for some reason it seemed a little bit dark on my skin, so I just picked this one up. And then I also had the obviously the eyeshadow palette, which is really pretty. I'm not really into like kind of these neutral browns. I'm more like into reddish undertones. So this is the eyeshadow that I came up with. It's still very pretty, something a little bit more smoky. These are the lips, the skin, the highlighter. So you guys will see everything in action in the video. So go ahead and stay tuned to watch everything. I also, like I said, used this sponge, which I really like. I actually enjoy this one a little bit better, I would say, or if not the same as my beauty blender, simply because this like packs on the foundation. I feel like it doesn't really absorb anything. But I think I'll have another video just comparing both of them. I'll have one comparing the beauty blender versus this one. So this one is a lot cheaper. I know it does take a little while to get your shipment, but I'll go ahead and go a little bit into detail whenever I do the other videos, so just comparing both of them. But I know a lot of people are liking this one. I personally like it, but so you guys will see in the next video that I do. I'm gonna be comparing the beauty blender versus this one, so you guys will see all the pros and cons. Like I said, I'll go ahead and go into pricing, shipment, and everything, so stay tuned. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with this eyeshadow look. So this is what the box looks like. It's a rose gold color. It's very pretty. It has the name on front. And then this is what the inside looks like. The palette, it's a bronzy, silver, raspy type of material. It does have the names in the back, which I really like. So here are the shades. So mostly all the mattes, you do get 5 mattes, and then you get 5 shimmers, or I wouldn't say glitters, more like shimmers, but all the mattes work really good. They do have kind of like that grayish undertone, which I'm not really used to, but either way the palette is very beautiful. That second shade to the left, oh my god, it's a very beautiful topper. So getting into the highlighter, here it is. I would say it looks a lot more darker on the pan. It doesn't show up like that in your face when you do apply it, but it's very pretty. It's very, I would say, kind of like wet looking, and it's more like a silver gold, if that makes any sense. But this is called Fuego. So now this is one of the lip glosses I did pick up. It's very pretty as well. So once you guys will see right now when I do swatch it, it has like a it has multi, you know, dimensional colors like you see right now. It has kind of like a pink, a purple, silver. It's very pretty, you guys. This is the second lip gloss I did pick up. This one is called Over the Top, which I believe this one's the one that they brought back from that collection, from the last collection they had. This one's more like a caramel gold type of color. I did notice though, this shade is actually chunkier than the previous shade, so it is a lot more thicker, and you guys will see in a minute the difference. But either way, it's very pretty. They're not like super sticky, which I really like, but they're comfortable. And then this is the liquid lipstick I picked up. It's very pretty as well, but I would say this is like the perfect nude for me. Like, you guys will see in the video when I do swatch it on my lips, it's kind of like my lips but better, you know what I'm saying? So here are the 3 shades. I don't know if you guys can tell that the shade on the top, which is over the top, is a lot more chunkier than the most, which is the one on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can. But anyway, starting off with this middle shade, which is called Necessary. So we're just gonna put this as our transition color. So as you guys can see, this color is a very cool color. It does have like green gray undertone, well, at least on my skin tone color. So as you guys can see, this does have a little bit of fallout, but nothing major, so I really don't mind that. The next color we're gonna be taking is gonna be Churro, and then we're gonna start building that into our crease. So you kind of just want to go back and forth and apply Churro, then diffuse it out with Necessary, and vice versa. Just start to like really build it up and get the intensity you want. And then going in with, I believe it's called Cheens. We're just going to go ahead and apply that into our outer corner, kind of drag it into the inner part of our eye, but you just want to go ahead and make that a little bit more intense towards the outer corner. So now for the star of the show, we are going to be using Game Over. So we're just going to put that all over our lid. We did cut our crease prior, so well, obviously not putting it all over a crease, but just putting it where we cut it, you know. So I found that it actually works better when you pack on the eyeshadow with a brush, not really with your finger, which is kind of weird. Usually all the shimmer shadows work better with your finger, but for some reason this one didn't. I feel like it packed on more color with a brush than I did with my fingers, so that's good, right? So this is the part where that eyeshadow called Cheens started to act a little funny. So it was actually like scraping off very easily. Like every time I would add shadow, it would kind of scrape off the other color, which is Game Over, or vice versa. If I add a little bit more Game Over, like the other color would just kind of like scrape off. So I was like trying to diffuse the outer corner so it wouldn't have such a harsh line where we did cut our crease, but it was just scraping off. It was so weird. I've never had like really eyeshadows do that. I don't know if it was because I used the concealer for a base. I definitely want to go ahead and use this palette again, just using a eye primer, so maybe that'll be a little bit different. But I don't know, it was so weird. I just found it so weird that it was like scraping off very easily, you know. So we did have some fallout, so we are gonna be cleaning it up as well. So for our foundation, we're just gonna mix the Becca and the Estee Lauder foundation, and then we're gonna be actually testing out the microfiber sponge, and you guys can see how it stamps like on the foundation. I actually really like this sponge. I do want to do like I said, a video, you know, using half of my face with the sponge, well, with the beauty blender, and then the other half with this sponge. But you guys pretty much see how it performs. And I feel like I did put a lot of foundation, but well, not a lot, but I say I put the same foundation. I know how many pumps I use of what, but for some reason, like, this foundation doesn't really, I mean, this sponge doesn't really absorb any foundation, so I feel like it was actually a lot more than I used, if that makes any sense, but I like it. So then we are going in with the Huda Beauty concealer. I believe this is in the color Nugget. And like I said, I haven't been able to put this concealer down. It's so good. I actually really enjoy this one. I would say a little bit more than my Tarte Shape Tape. I was using the Too Faced Multi-Sculpt concealer. And I feel like that one's a little bit more doing than the Tarte Shape Tape. But this one, for some reason, I feel like it just goes on way better, and it looks a lot more smoother than both of those two concealers. But I do like to mix it in with either Tarte Shape Tape, or I'll use the Too Faced one, like in this video right here. So we are setting our face with the Laura Mercier. That's pretty much what I always use. And then to bronze, as always, I am using my Next to Nothing powder from MAC. I believe it's in the color dark. So I really don't switch it up that much with the contour and the powder, just because I feel like those can really make or break your makeup, you know. So I really don't try anything else. I like using what I like using. So next we're going with the Laura Mercier Glow Powder, which I feel like it gives you such a pretty, like, lit within type of glow. Nothing like too dramatic. It's very soft, but it's actually noticeable too, you know. But I actually really like this powder. I put it now under as kind of like a base for my highlights. So moving on to the bottom of our eyes, we're just gonna go ahead and line them with any black liner, and then do the same that we did on top to our bottom, and diffuse it out with Necessary, Girl Bye, and Churro. Yeah. So next, taking Just a Kiss, and we're gonna use that as our inner corner highlight. I feel like this eyeshadow is more like a topper, not really meant for like highlight. As you can see, it's a little bit more chunky. It's not like an eyeshadow where it's smoother, if that makes any sense. Then we're gonna go ahead and highlight. We're gonna go ahead and take Fuego. I feel like it just, on top of that glow powder that we applied, it just makes it look way more prettier and glowy. for lashes, we're gonna go ahead and take these Lily lashes in the style Miami. I forgot how bomb these lashes are. They're so fluffy, wispy, they're so pretty. Then for lips, we're gonna go ahead and take this MAC lip liner in the color Hoover, however you want to say it, however you say it. And then just go ahead and line our lips, and then we're gonna fill them in with the same liner. So now for lips, we're going to go ahead and take the liquid lipstick in the name My Main. And you guys can see it's like a perfect nude for me. It's kind of like my lips but better, you know. So I really like this one. And then I am going to be trying out the two lip glosses on top of this color, just so you guys can see how it kind of changes the base color. So this is the lip gloss in the color The Most, and I feel like this doesn't really change the base color unlike the other one. So this is kind of like a clear glitter with like specks of like different multicolored glitter. It does definitely have blue, purple, pink, so it's very pretty, as you guys can see. And that's what the lips look like. It's so pretty. I actually really love it. So now we're putting the base color again, so just so you guys can see how it works on top of the other color. So this one here is called Over the Top, and it's more like a gold color. It definitely does have a base color to it. So as you guys can see, it kind of does change the liquid lipstick a little bit. It definitely does have some pink type of specks in there, but not that noticeable. It's more like a gold sparkle to it. So pretty much this is the final look, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.